it is.
Now that we are recording, Craig, you are cursed.
You are.
Why?
Craig.
I don't know. As we start this pod, I just think it should be known that we've created a little bit of a meme, maybe just at least a new verb, and we're calling it Gable, or when you've been gabled. For those, just to give you some context, Chad Gable split his pants on Monday Night Raw, and there was no turning away from it. The cameras did everything they could to not show it. It just got worse and worse. Yeah. And you saw Gable cheeks throughout the majority.
Right at the amateur wrestling portion of the match too, which is all cheeks. So yeah,
it's all cheeks. Yeah. Throughout throughout the entire finish and then some. So we were at Disneyland, and I didn't see it, but my wife certainly saw it. And somebody been over, and we got what you would call a plumber's gable. So my wife literally got gabled at Disneyland. So what we're doing now, every time you see butt crack of any type, it's either a partial or a full gable. It's just you've been gabled. My wife was gabled at Disneyland.
I like it, and I hope she's okay now.
It was a very traumatic event. She got through it
because probably not a lot of dudes on Disneyland that look like Chad Gable, which is less offensive than 3 Chad Gables in one man. So.
I was gonna say, Chad Gable giving you the gable is not the worst thing in the world, but seeing someone at Disneyland that probably just had a turkey leg and some broccoli bread soup and then give you a gable is not nearly as impressive.
I get it.
It might be a bit of a nightmare, but things happen. So what's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, it's fun.
How you doing?
There's a interesting week in pro wrestling, for sure. Some odd happenings. One of them,
a lot of non wrestling stuff. Yeah.
Well, this is a shame. Like to start out with, we will start out with this Folio.
What do you got?
Mr. Ricochet, kind of going a little too far, kind of finding out where the line is, I guess. And Craig and I were talking about it before we record. You never know what the line is, and then you hit it, and you're like, oh, there it is. And he just kicked, because we're talking about MJF. He can get away with saying and doing a lot, right? MJF can, pull aside the TMZ crew and tell them that he hopes they all DIE, and he can get away with it. You can't go saying, even joking about that today, because, it's sensitive. People do unalive themselves, and we don't want that. We don't want to encourage that. But MJF, Craig and I were talking that somehow, metaphorically winks at everybody, and we just know it when he does it, that we forgive it. But then you have Ricochet, who I think tried to kind of backpedal by saying I was in character, but he wasn't. I think he was just really irritated at this fan who was going at him quite, heavy. And him and his wife were posting messages and stuff, I believe, about, really a lot of nasty fan comments about, we're going to do bad things to you and stuff like that, which is never okay. But I was telling Craig, there's a funnel, right? When you're famous, the funnel comes, the small end is facing you. But when you try to shoot back, you're shooting back out at the wide part of the funnel. So you're shooting out at all of these mouth breathers and the actuallys and all those people, and you're never going to win, And when you say something that kind of is I don't think that was in character. He basically said, the person on their page, alluded to the fact that they have MS or something of that. And then Ricochet said, I'm glad that you have MS. I'm glad that you have MS was his response to one of their tirades against him. And apparently that was the line. And when we were talking it out before we hit record, you could say a lot of things, and you could say, I just fucking ignore it if you're Tony Khan. But really, all it takes, and I'm sure people have done this, is they start adding a bunch of MS, support groups and these big MS donation groups and all that. And they're just like, oh, at AEW, Tony Khan, at MS, whatever. You allow this, Tony Khan? You allow this? And all your dad's companies and everything, you guys allow this? That's all it takes, right? And then it's an echo chamber. And then the easiest thing to do at that point is suspend or let Ricochet go. And we don't know. I think I haven't heard anything. Have you guys about that? He has not been officially let go, but I know that.
I would put a bet on that they're not going to let him go. If you think they are, I'll put something on it. I'll put 5 on it.
I don't know. I think
they will.
He'll go away for a while, maybe, to let some of the heat die down.
Right. I think that's the worst that'll happen.
Or maybe we don't know. Right. When Dynamite hits next week, he could be on Dynamite. I don't know.
Use it. I mean, I don't know.
The sites reported the sites reported that he doesn't have heat. They thought his apology was the right thing to do, but again, we don't know the true story.
Yeah,
I would hope that it just doesn't go as far. Like he apologized within 24 hours. It was just as Jess said, he found the line. He was doing really funny heel tweet work.
Yeah.
And then he thought he was probably still, and it probably stung him because she said about his acting, like, I see your acting still hasn't improved. And that kind of hits outside the character and probably hit him right in the nerve. And he just like rapid fire. We've all done it, hit tweet and then go, oh, and then maybe delete that the next morning or whatever. But he's a AEW wrestler, so it comes with bigger risks. So if they're not socially media managing these people, because they do have free reigns online. But, and again, the IWC to just pile on like they are, they all shut up. Like you're all just.
Well, and they're all just as bad, Craig. If we went back in a lot of these little mouth breathings, basement dwelling fans or whatever, we went back on their tweets. I'm sure there's a lot of questionable tweets and posts that they've done 4, 5, 6 years ago. Like, come on, like
there absolutely are. Here's
and I'm not saying any of it's okay. It's never the comment anymore. That really is the bad thing. It's the reaction. If it gets if it starts gaining like a snowball, it starts at small at the top of the mountain, and then by the time it gets to the bottom, it's a massive boulder. Like it just depends on the roll down. Like the collection of snow as it goes down the mountain. That's really all it is now. It's never the comment, I think, because once something gets blown so out of proportion, like you go back and look at what started it, you're like, that's it. And I'm not saying that comment that he said is something to be taken lightly. There's a lot of people out there that suffer from MS, that are just like, damn, Ricochet. But at the same time, I think the reaction's always going to be more dramatic than the actual line itself.
What if throughout the entire day, and I'm not saying this fan did this, but what if the entire day Samantha and Ricochet were dealing with death threats and saying
I think
like,
Samantha didn't she post it? She posted on her Twitter handles, like, I don't know if it was that person, but just about a bunch of death threats they were getting, and I don't know if it was after he made the comment.
And that's kind of my thing. Like this is what started. Like Twitter and other social media sets like this are a fucking cesspool. Okay, and I know you guys just don't disagree with that. I know that you don't disagree.
No, I agree 1,000%.
The problem with the whole thing that really bothers me about this, and the fact that he's taking so much heat off of one comment after he's received multiple upon multiple death threats, and he makes and it is a mistake. Nobody disagrees. But that fan, if you don't want the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Like, what are you talking about? You were talking shit the entire time on Ricochet because you think you can touch these people. Yeah. Back when I was a kid, a celebrity couldn't touch them. Did I climb in the ring? Did you guys climb in the ring to go be with the NWO, or did you get your fucking ass kicked? Like, social media has changed the game in the realm where you think you actually have access to these people, and then you try to get under their skin to get access to their real persona and not just their character.
Yeah.
And then you go running home to mommy under your fucking basement door when they say something that you don't like. I don't appreciate that. I don't think that's fair to anyone. I don't think that's fair to anybody with a significant social media platform.
Yeah.
And there, and he's not even saying hateful things out of character like almost any of the time. The guy. There's way worse people on social media that need to be found out and attacked and taken off social media. And some of those IWC members are them. I don't care if they only have 33 followers. I don't care about that. When you start making death threats to Ricochet and his wife, and they don't do anything about it because Twitter, which is now X, has completely changed their platform and actually completely protects people that do these things. You can talk about political landscape and everything else for another pod, but they protect those people. And this whole thing is getting completely out of control. And he catches shit because he says, I'm glad you got MS. And everyone is telling him he should die, and so should his wife. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck all of them. I think that's even remotely an issue. I take a big personal vendetta with this because I've seen what people do to others on social media and tell them they should die, and they go and kill themselves. And he reacted. And he reacted in a way like if you said that in person, everyone said, oh, you were justified to say that because they were being a fucking dick to your face. But because it's not to your face and you can read about it and you can see it for 24 hours, it becomes this thing where, oh, that's who he is.
Yeah,
that's not who he is.
Or he was unprovoked. This fan just made a comment.
He was absolutely provoked.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
I know you're.
They're not going to see that he's provoked. They're just going to capture that screenshot, that says "I'm glad you have MS," and then they're like, "That's it." Right. He just said it out of nowhere. He just woke up and he's like, "I'm I'm fucking
cancel
glad you're having this.
Ricochet,
Like,
cancel Samantha, like
yeah,
like shut up. And then she actually completely turned all of her social media off. It's never going to get better unless you hold these people accountable. And I think you guys have seen this stuff on social media when it gets really bad in the realm of racism in public, and somebody records these people doing these things. And there's the good people, the Danishes of the world, or Danish, could be saying around Craig, you know what I'm talking about, and others, saying, who is that person? And then they get called out, and you see what happens to them. But that's who they are. That's who that person is. They did that in public. That's who they are. If you're doing it in private, you're even more of a loser, of a dipshit, and just awful. And when if it happens to you once and you're losing your shit, you have no backbone, no skin whatsoever. Ricochet is taking that shit, and so are other wrestlers and other famous people, by the minute, by the hour. I just don't buy it anymore. I'm so sick of the overhypeness of canceling people with any kind of social media presence, any kind of famous writ for whatever reason. I just we don't own them. We don't deserve them. Like, we just don't. I don't. He's not my friend. I don't live next door to him. I don't have access to Ricochet.
You know what?
You shouldn't think that.
You know what the sickest thing about all this is all of it stems, and just even go back months before this comment or whatever. Him and people like him, and it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. It's all because of tribalism. When he left WWE, some wrestling fans think it's real, and they really get mad at him like he's a traitor. And they attack him. Same thing when they go the other way. The door swings the other way. When people leave AEW and go to WWE, you're a fucking traitor. There are people that take wrestling like it's real. It's good for wrestling, right? Because you get money and you get engagement. But it's the worst kind of icky, toxic sludge you could possibly step in. And it's crazy that people will ultimately attack this guy because he left a promotion at one point. Which when we were growing up, people jumped back and forth to Crockett and WWE.
They did it all the
fucking time. We looked forward to it because it was like a new start for them. And it's
you wouldn't see him on socials. Yes, you wouldn't be able to attack him. Who the fuck are you for that 90-day period? All of a sudden, you would just see him. But
I don't remember,
like $1 million Man's back. Awesome.
But not even that. Like, did you when we were younger, we were growing up? I'll ask you both this question: when Ricky Steamboat disappeared on WWF television and was gone for like 6 months, and we kind of forgot about him, and then he pops up on WCW. Did either one of you ever, for once, go fucking traitor? No, we were like, dude, Ricky Steamboat's in WCW.
Like,
Rick Rude.
Yeah, let's go.
Rick Rude's in WCW. 100%. Fucking cool, man. Like, it really only started when Hulk and Savage went over. That's when some people were like, in the company, were like, fucking traitors.
Well, what's funny though, even when X-Pac came back to WWE, people popped for it. They loved it. I mean, I don't know if people hated it too, but I wasn't that guy. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. They got
it's so weird how we get protective, whether you're a big WWE fan or you fucking hate WWE. Because I really do believe...
I've never understood that.
I really do believe there's only two fans. There's people who love WWE and people who hate it. I don't believe that there are people... I do believe that. I take that back. There's a third group, people who actually like both, all wrestling. Like, I think that's the third group.
They
of
like
people.
Wrestling for wrestling. If wrestling's good, wrestling's good. And
there's three types of fans. People like WWE, people fucking hate it, and people like all wrestling.
And my favorite thing about yelling for someone who jumps from Federation or jumps from WWE or what have you is like, if they only knew the backstory, like you're screaming at them, like, how dare you not be an independent contractor for the company that I love anymore? How dare you not exercise your right to leave when you ask Vince McMahon for time off because your wife's giving birth to your first child, and Vince is like, fuck you. And then you're like, no, fuck you. And then you go work for another company. There are fans that are like, your 90-day or 3-month period, which you can actually
want to take care of your family, you fucking traitor. Like, come on, man. People are crazy.
How come you don't want to be an independent contractor?
When Jimmy left KFC for McDonald's, I was really fucking pissed, Jimmy. I thought you were a lifer KFC, dude. You are a real piece of shit. What did you get, an extra $1 an hour? Well, fuck you, bro. I really needed you at McDonald's. No one made my fucking McRib like you did.
Yeah,
you fucking prick.
You fuck.
Like,
you me, dude.
Like, you see how stupid that sounds? How dumb is that?
I can't live with you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead, Craig.
I know
I'm
we
sorry.
can go on forever. We're all we hate the internet trash and we hate like all that.
Why
you know?
is Tony hurt?
Yeah, this is
She might
another
be
one I kind of
pregnant.
want to get
She might be
into.
preggers.
Craig broke this, and it broke my
I hope so.
heart.
I hope she's pregnant.
Toni Storm. Have they? Again, I haven't read it more into this. Have they disclosed what's wrong with her? Like she just wrestled at Revolution. She didn't seem like she got hurt.
I want to
Right.
believe it's a work.
Maybe. I hope it is. I really hope it is because this
great.
what a shame. What a shame. And look, like dude, she's been the best women wrestler in my eyes. And I know we can talk about Io Sky and all that stuff, but in my eyes, performance wise, energy wise, and being in a company that's the second place company, right, that needs her help and people like her, she's been the MVP of AEW for the last 2 to 3 years. No problem. I don't even think it's close. I mean, Moxley, we all like Moxley and appreciate what he does and everything. But I mean, really, like, Toni Storm has reinvented herself, proven why it's healthy to have more than one promotion, proven that it's healthy to go to another atmosphere and learn your craft or apply it in a different way. And I've just loved everything about her the last 2 or 3 years since she's been doing this timeless. We all liked Toni Storm before, but when you see someone find themselves, an artist, an actor, an actress, an athlete even, like in football or when they find their groove, it's awesome. And she found it.
She elevated. And
it really sucks. And, she does great stuff. She's not the highest flyer. So when you see someone like Ospreay get injured, you're like, well, of course, because, in Omega, same thing. You're like, well, I mean, they fucking beat the shit out of each other all the time. But then when you see someone like Toni Storm go down, you're like, man, like this hurts a little bit. And we'll get into it on the Revolution review. She just had, it looks like they were going to push towards her and Ronda for later in the year, which would have been awesome. And I think it would have been Toni Storm's, her opportunity to show that she can carry, I know Ronda wrestled in WWE a lot or whatever, but Ronda, I don't consider her a pro wrestler, to be fair. She has even acted like she's not a pro wrestler.
I'm fantasy booking the whole thing, but I want to argue maybe she had some boo-boos and bumps and she just needs to recover a little bit.
Possibly,
Take that
Dave.
Time. Let Ronda come on the scene.
But they're saying
that
she's going to be done for the entire year. That's what they're saying, and I don't know if
That's a long time.
I don't know if she pulled something.
I did not hear that. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if she pulled something in the match, but because she took on Maria Shafir at Revolution, and she didn't look like she got hurt. She was still able to stand nose to nose with Ronda at the end. I'm thinking, Dave, you said it. I want to believe that it is a work and that we're not going to lose Toni Storm because there's a lot of money in the summer to have her kind of chase Ronda and want to face off with Ronda. And you could say, we'll talk about it at the AEW portion. I don't want to get too heavy with Ronda.
How great would it be if it is a work and Ronda gets that time without Toni on screen?
Yeah.
And gets to basically mow some people down that don't matter because a lot of ladies.
Because it looks like. Go ahead.
Matter.
I'm sorry, Craig. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a work. And actually, the talk of like the dirt sheets and internet today was because they said that she's going to be out for the rest of the year without saying what the injury was. She could be pregnant. She could have found out she was pregnant, much like Naomi did. And that is one thing
we will accept that too. We will accept that.
Take you out indefinitely for the rest of the year. So if that's the case, I'm super happy.
That would be that would be the only thing.
I'm hoping that
Juice Robinson is her boyfriend or husband, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
So I would love that.
After
She
this
did
is
have a
on,
brutal match
I
with
mean this in
Marina.
a light fashion. It's so funny. Whenever like she'll debut an outfit or whatever at a pay per view, and this last one, a lot of the male fans and probably female fans out there were really enjoying what Storm was wearing. And so funny. All the time in the comments, they'll put like a GIF or something of Robinson like shaking his head or whatever, and they're like, "This man don't know what to do with that." They always mock him. It's so fucking funny. But yeah, I hope it's the good news. That would be great news if she was pregnant. That would be absolutely fantastic.
I never even considered that,
Yeah.
and I hadn't seen the dirt on that. So I hope that.
When I read
that's
that
right.
today, I was like, that makes sense, and I'm hoping and crossing fingers that that's what
Yep,
it is.
because you're right.
She's a
That
tough,
would
resilient woman.
obviously the rest of the
She
year
took a
she
lot of
would
kicks to
carry,
the
and then
back
she would have to
she had
be
she had
off
a physical
for the first few
match
minutes.
with Marina. So like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tony, if it is, congratulations. If it's not, and you're injured, that double sucks. So. But hopefully we'll see her back soon, or it's a work or whatever. But if she's pregnant, that's incredible. So that's awesome. But it makes me sad.
It can be Truth and Damien are champions. What's going on? All right. Anyway, it just popped up on my screen. I was like, what is going on? And Jelly Roll. All of this none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense.
I don't like WWE at this point. I mean, I do, but I don't.
I'm not talking about. What are they talking about?
Oh, we'll talk about.
Yeah.
AEW Revolution. Hang on, let me pull this up here. Oh, God damn it. Why
The
can't-
aftermath there, buddy.
There we go. I just had to fix my screen real fast. Yeah, so we had AEW Revolution this last Sunday. I know Craig and I watched it. Dave, were you able to watch it?
No.
Dave was not able to watch it. So, Craig, what did you
doesn't
think
like violence.
overall? Do you want me to go match by match, Craig, or do you want to just give a synopsis of what you thought about the entire show?
No, yeah, we don't need to go match by match.
so,
We can hit the, we can
real
hit
quick
the
on the
highlights.
thing.
I'll
Was
just say
it you, Craig, that put the Meltzer ratings out or whatever? Was it you on the text that did? So I pulled up Bleacher Report here just to have if I want to what, I'll share that screen right now. Why am I being selfish and not sharing that screen?
I don't know.
So there we go. Dick-a-doo. This Ricochet is still suffering.
They're
still
just facing
suffering.
it. Yep, they're not taking it. They haven't taken it down.
So I won't talk about the pre-show. The show's goddamn long enough as it is, or whatever. But yeah, I saw the stars that Dave Meltzer gave it, and of course we immediately picked it apart. And I do believe that those stars were too generous. I'm not saying that some of the matches were bad that Meltzer gave like 4 or 5 stars to. I'm just saying I think the Bleacher Report here, this is where I'm getting this from, their grades to me are more of what I thought of each match. Like when I was reading the grades, I'm like,
and for those that don't know,
makes sense.
the Meltzer ratings, like the 3 matches, he gave 5 stars plus, including, which is unprecedented for a card. And then
Including
he gave
this
FTR
one,
and
right?
the Young Bucks 5.5. Yeah, that got 5.5 stars. So you can't have 3 5-star matches in a like. What's the
Right.
point of the whole? Great, you enjoyed it, I love it, but that's a bit loose.
Yeah, so it opened the pay-per-view, FTR versus the Young Bucks. It was a great match. It was wonderful. They gave it an A- here on Bleacher Report, and I tend to agree with that. I wouldn't give it a B. I would give it an A-. It wasn't... I don't even know... I don't think that they have had a match that can live up to in my brain, what FTR and Young Bucks. They've had several matches so far. I don't think I've ever come out of a Young Bucks saying that was the match. When you think of them on paper, you see FTR, you see Young Bucks. You expect like the 7-star match that Meltzer apparently almost gave it. But I don't, again, all of their matches have been incredibly solid and wonderful. For some odd reason, this might have been the closest match. I think this match to me was the best match they've had so far. But I don't know if it lives up to them. Does that am I making sense? Am I talking crazy? I don't think
that's
again,
crazy to say.
So that means that I know that they're going to have another rematch some other time. Because it just keeps, every time I think, okay, we're probably never going to see another FTR and Young Bucks match, they book it. And I'm like, okay, let's see it again. Let's see if they can do it again. And it's great. Again, A- to me, perfectly fits this match. It was a great match. It was really good.
So as an A- match, Meltzer gave it. Did you say 5.5? Is that what you said?
5.5, which is like an A+++.
What'd you say?
Because it's supposed. Dave Meltzer gave it like an A+++, because like the scale is 4 stars and he's giving it 5.5. So
got it.
it's like
Okay.
He's
right.
given like 1 6-star to I think
Didn't
Omega
you,
at one
didn't
point.
you
but
post,
he
Craig,
throws
on the
5
thread
down.
too that no way that this one pay-per-view got more 5-star matches than Kurt Angle's entire career?
No, that was the actual post. That was the guy that actually wrote the post.
That was
on
the
Reddit
post, yeah.
that
So
said
that's
that,
when you posted. So I'm like, I was like, yeah, he kind of has a point. He kind of has a point, at least to me personally, because I'm a big Angle guy. Like, never had a 5-star match. Makes no sense to me. Forever.
And I'll just say I loved every moment of this event. So it's like I am not.
100%.
I loved it.
It's
It was
not
an
that it
A
was
to
bad,
me, but
right?
we're just talking about the scale of just get off my lawn kind of stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
But Dave, you didn't see it, but like the FTR came out in like Celtics warm-up jerseys,
Yeah.
and
Oh
the
my
Young
God.
Bucks were in like purple and yellow because they were at the Forum. The whole family angle with his kids, really cool moment. Yeah, I liked it
And,
a lot.
they
I
had
wasn't expecting color, but
They
it was bloody.
they put 12,000 people in the CryptoCom arena. It looked awesome. So they're AEW is figuring
You
it out.
can-
They're getting back up there.
You can say the forum. You can say the forum, Jess. It's fine. You can really say the forum.
No, this is formal. This is
The
former Staples
fabulous
Center.
Forum.
It's the Staples Center.
Oh, okay. Then you can say Staples Center.
Yeah.
Don't.
I know. I know. It's like I always say Staples Center, and then I try to correct myself, but I'm like, no, it's the fucking Staples Center
Don't.
to us.
No.
Like, yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
If anything, just from the Lakers legacy there, it's the Staples Center. I don't think it's ever going to be
Yes.
anything else. Great. Just like the forum is, I think they call it the something forum. It's the Great Western Forum. That's what we always called it when we were kids. The pond of Anaheim,
100%.
not the fucking Honda Center, wherever the fuck it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the second match here was Toni Storm against Marina Shafir, excuse me. I thought this match was fine. It was solid. Again, I don't remember what did Dave give it? 3 stars, Craig?
I can't remember.
It's a B plus. I agree. I would have think like anywhere in the B's would be acceptable to me. B minus, B plus. That's fine. I thought it was really solid. I thought Marina, since she has become part of the Death Riders, they utilize her great. I'm glad she is talented. She's got something there. And I'm really glad that she's kind of gravitated to Moxley and all that and gets to kind of, feed off his creativity and everything. And I think that's only going to help her. I'm glad she's being used. I kind of like her aura about her. I think she plays her role really well. Toni Storm, they had a very solid match. It wasn't like an, oh my God, but it didn't need to be. It was incredibly solid, really good. This is why I'm confused. It must be the pregnancy thing. The more I think about it, the more, Craig, what you heard was correct. Or what you thought. I'm sorry. I don't know if you said you heard it or you're figuring out that she's pregnant by doing the math. I think
Craig
this
broke the news.
It was
this
all
has
over-
to be
no,
Craig
it was
broke the
all-
news.
all
You
over
heard
the
it
internet.
here. You heard it here first.
That's right.
From Craig. So at the end, the big thing obviously was out of nowhere. And what I liked about this show, they did it one time later, is Tony Khan loves shutting the lights out. Loves when a run in or someone new always shuts the goddamn lights out and then but they didn't. Ronda Rousey Toni Storm celebrating up on the rampway after she wins. She lays down out of exhaustion and she starts like doing her, rolling around on the ground thing or whatever. And then you hear the crowd react and Ronda Rousey just is in the ring. And you're like, what? And the AEW crowd starts booing the shit out of her, which should be expected, and she should be booked accordingly. And I think she will be. And so she's pointing down like in front of her, like, get in here. Toni Storm gets up, and they did this awesome shot where she sits up like the Undertaker and smiles and stands up, and she's like, fuck it. And then she just starts power walking, like her Toni Storm power walk, like down the ring. And the entire place went crazy. They faced off, security broke them up. And then Marina attacked her from behind, and Marina and Ronda leave together. And as they leave, Moxley is doing his entrance, coming in from the crowd. And they like pat him on the back and, hey, Moxley. So they're teasing that Ronda's going to be part of the Death Riders, which I actually like a lot. If she's here to learn and she wants to fucking just have fun and be a pro wrestler, I think maybe this might be the best environment for her. As crazy as that sounds.
Nah.
But if she's a little biatch and she doesn't want to fucking be like cool with the sport, then I'd rather her leave. But I don't know. Like it seems that maybe, and who knows? She's got that fight with Gina coming up in May, I think it is. So they're probably not going to really use her all that much. Because if she loses, I guarantee you're not going to see Ronda anymore if she loses. But if she wins, AEW might have a hot commodity on their hands, and they might be able to get a good run out of her. If Toni Storm is out for the rest of the year, like we believe she is, and like it's been announced, that really sucks, man, because I feel like she's the pro that would be able to guide Ronda and have a good match with her and make it watchable. I don't know what they're going to do with Ronda now. I don't. So it's unfortunate that this happened, but Ronda got everybody talking. I think that's a decent get for AEW. What do you think of the match, Craig? Sorry.
It's a very decent get.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was hard hitting. It was good stuff, and the Ronda stuff. It was spoiled for me, but I still kind of popped when I saw it. It was cool, and it was the first of a lot of surprises on the night. So they just had too many returns to kind of fill in. They kind of had to interrupt every conclusion. But at least they kind of finished the matches before they spoiled everything. It's not like the celebrity was involved in kind of a screwy finish. So I kind of like that. But yeah, and it was good. And then this one, hell of a match also. Like really
Moxley and Takeshita.
Of Moxley
this is Dave gave this 5 stars, right, Craig?
I believe so.
I believe he gave this 5 stars too. This was really good. I did like it. It was slow in the beginning, but not to where it would lose you slow. And then they started really like laying some of the shots in, like the forearms, like towards the last like 10 minutes of the match. Like they were really getting physical in there. I mean, both these guys, what are you going to say, right? That's what they do. It was awesome. I really, especially towards the end, really enjoyed this match. I agree with the A-, like a Bleacher Report. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was really good. Again, you see nothing here that would give it 5 stars or above. Not saying that these two guys didn't work their balls off, but at the same time, like it doesn't need to be a 5 star. You don't have to fucking
5 stars supposed to be almost unattainable, man. I mean,
yeah, right. Exactly. There has to be so many tangibles that kind of align for you to give it a 5 star. Then we had the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship, the Babes of Wrath lost the tag titles to Megan and Cross. This was fine. Like, this was a fine match. B-. Again, I think this is probably same. I would give it a C+ or B-. Not bad. And people really enjoyed Megan, Bane, and Cross winning, so that's awesome. I just think that it's fine. Again, not every match has to hit it out of the park. Is that what you felt too on this one, Craig?
I didn't see it.
Oh, fair enough. Then we had Strickland against Brody King. I thought, again, the Bleacher Report gave this a B+. I agree. It was very solid. It was very hard hitting. I love their trying to put Brody up there. I hope that they pull the trigger on him soon. And give him, I'm not saying win the world title, but maybe give him a championship run of some kind. I mean, there's 18 titles in this company, so give him some kind of championship. I love Swerve. I miss his old music, though. I don't think his like aura is the same without his music, but he's still a star. Like, the way he carries himself, the way he looks, he's pretty fucking awesome. And he's getting even bigger than he was. He's always been a big guy, but now he's getting pretty fucking like swole. And so yeah, he's a big motherfucker. But he still does all this athletic shit and looks amazing in there. I thought this was good. Craig, what'd you think?
Yeah, I loved it. I love that it was such a change from kind of the MJF kind of stuff, like Swerve and Brody. Like, Swerve wasn't kind of thrown around by him or scared of him. It was almost like a 50-50 and kind of power moves, like a really brutal to, like, just what you just said, Jess. He's just gotten bigger and his style's changing from kind of like high flying to kind of like big man almost. So it's like, and Brody King, nothing hurt him in the loss. He really had a great match, a couple of awesome, like, hard-hitting stuff on the apron kind of stuff, and it was great, especially on a night full of great matches. It held its own for sure.
Yeah, and there was really no stipulation. It was just one-on-one. Yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah. Then we had Tekla against Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. Tekla defended her championship against Statlander. I love Statlander, and I thought this match was good. They give it a B+ here on Bleacher Report. Okay, I think so. I think maybe more of a B, and that's just semantics. Like, there's no real reason why I want to give it that. It was fine. It was a little less energy than the Toni Storm match, but Toni Storm's so over that doesn't surprise me. I like that they're trying. It would be really easy for Tony Khan just to say, keep the title on Toni Storm all the time. And I'm glad they're not. I'm really glad they're not. And Statlander deserves a chance. And this was so they said this was 2 out of 3 falls, Craig, but it wasn't, right? That's why I was confused.
I don't remember.
This graphic says 2 out of 3 falls, and then they were talking like it was 2 out of 3 falls. And then when Tekla won, the match just ended, and that was it. And then they
maybe there was, I bet there was timing issues. Maybe they were running low on time.
The match had plenty of time.
Yeah, there's no concern. Tony Khan doesn't care about time, apparently. Go ahead, Craig. Sorry.
I thought the paper was going to go so far, but what'd you say, Craig?
Actually, I think no. It was. I mean, I don't like 2 out of 3 fall matches anyway. I agree with the criticism and like it's never 2-0. So like it's always just the kind of extending the inevitable. I don't love. But yeah, I think Bleacher Report's saying that Thekla got the first fall, so I guess they did. I think we just kind of missed it. So.
Did we? So did we miss the 2 falls? I swear I didn't see any falls happen. I could be totally wrong, but I was kind of up and down on this match because I had kids to tend to. So I was sort of up and down on this match.
Maybe you had to go to the bathroom.
But I don't remember missing 2 falls. I could be wrong. Maybe they both were disqualified or counted out earlier. I don't remember. What does it say here? This was a 2 out of 3 falls match, so we knew we were in for a battle of attrition. Tekla got the first fall. Okay, I guess I missed it. For some odd reason, like I did not see the first 2 falls. Okay, fair enough. I'm wrong. I should pay more attention to wrestling before I review it. But yeah, I remember. I remember just being up and down making dinner around this time, and I was trying to pay attention. I swear I didn't.
I was gonna say, Jess, are you not doing your job, Jess, of being a wrestling watcher?
I guess not, and I guess my grade doesn't make any sense. But and then we have the next year we have the Don Callis, Craig's favorite family, the Don Callis family, defend their trios. Defend their trios championship against Mystico and Jet Speed. I love the team of Jet Speed, by the way. They're fucking awesome. I just think they're fucking fantastic. And let's Let's see. Let me see. What's his name? Who is the one that I was looking at? Anyway, I had a note here, but I misplaced it. So this is a crazy match. I think it's sort of a misuse of Okada and a misuse of Fletcher. I think that they could have been in a tag match or singles matches or whatever, because I love Kyle Fletcher. I think he's a fucking star. But I get it. This card's loaded or whatever. And this is what I was also saying too, Craig. They gave this a B+, by the way. Do you feel the same about this?
Yeah, it was almost an A for me.
It was good.
But, you can watch this match on Revolution and then watch the press conference, and then you find yourself a man that looks at you like Tony Khan looks at Mystico. Like, he laid out all the stops. Like, I get it. I think Mystico is like the greatest legend, and Tony's biggest want is like a young booker or something. But he was also the first Sin Cara. But he was the presentation and rolling him out and then showing the All Elite, and then the amount of praise Tony heaped on him as always wanting him and making Jet Speed wear a mask, which they said they couldn't breathe or see in. And Mystico was kind of like the old man in this match too. So it's like one of these things is not like the other. Like LA loves him and the crowd loved him. But this match, maybe, yeah, I'll agree with B+ because it would have been an A if Mystico was replaced by someone who could do all this stuff. I mean, he just wrestles great for how old he is and who he is.
If you're
you're on the par with all these guys,
if you're gonna protect him, a trios match is probably the best way to do it. And they win the belts, and the place goes crazy, and they all start singing Mystico's song. And on the banner after they win, then they announced Mystico is All Elite, and I thought that was awesome because like they normally just post it online or whatever with the picture saying so and so is All Elite. I really liked that. I liked that they were doing that. They did with Ronda as well, and I didn't know that. When she was in there, the banners around the top rafters said Ronda is All Elite. So I like that they were doing that. Like now they're finding a different, cool, creative way to kind of tell you that Mystico signed. Even though he's been wrestling before for AEW, they just had him in and out for random matches or whatever. But now he is actually here in AEW. What a turnaround, right? Like what a good thing for his career. Like I think that's really awesome that he's kind of getting like a second resurgence here. And the whole LA crowd was just singing his theme, and it was awesome. Like, and he was standing on the rope, kind of enjoying it. And I really thought that was cool. That was like a really good moment. So that was really cool. This match, Bandito against Andrade, fuck. I love this. I give this an A+. They give it an A- here. I felt that this was an A+. This match was really good. I mean, Andrade is so fucking underrated. You just get kind of like buried with him jumping back and forth and him divorcing Charlotte, and that kind of like has sort of like dominated his career for the last couple of years. But he is so good, and Bandito's really good as well. You don't see him as much because he's on Ring of Honor, and he was stuck in the longest feud ever with Chris Jericho. So I don't think Chris Jericho can bring the best out of Bandito. But these two just tore the fucking house down. Like, this was really, really good. I just enjoyed this match. I was like, man, especially the last 5 or 6 minutes were just fucking fire. Like, just great. Two great wrestlers just applying what they know with each other. And it was awesome. I thought this was excellent. What did you think, Craig?
Yeah, it was an A for sure. Loved it.
Then the next we had another 6-man tag, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin against the Dogs. Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Darby Allin would get the win. Darby
Road
Allin,
Dogg was there? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, he has nothing else to do. Darby Allin, towards the end, he got clotheslined over the top rope, but I've never seen someone shoulder bump on the apron after taking that move before, and goddamn Darby Allin did it. Of course he's crazy. Of course he did crazy shit. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I don't know if there's a pay-per-view that goes by that I watch Darby Allin do something. I'm like, I've never seen that. Like, whether it's a unique wrestling bump or whatever. And he recently did an interview, I can't remember who he was talking to, where he's like, look, man, he was a little arrogant. He was like, I'm a really good fucking wrestler. I'm not just a death-defying guy. I can fucking wrestle. Like, if you actually go and watch, and he's right. His match was CM Punk's first match in AEW when he came out of retirement was against Darby Allin, and it was excellent. Darby Allin and Roderick Strong had this one match 3 years ago or 2 years ago. They tore the goddamn house down. Like, it wasn't even close. He is a really excellent pro wrestler on top of just wanting to jump off shit. And didn't this last week on Dynamite, he fucking flipped a car over and he was really inside of it? Didn't that happen on Dynamite?
I didn't. I know he had a coffin match.
Yeah, he had a
but
coffin match
didn't
and he flipped the car over in the back or some shit. Like I didn't get to watch Dynamite this week. I was at work, but yeah. So he's pretty fucking crazy. They give this match a B. I thought this was more than this. Like Cuz and I were texting, and Cuz is actually like, he's all, this might be my favorite match on the card. This is really good. And I was like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. I give this match maybe like a B plus or whatever. Like I think it was better than just a solid B. This was really good.
Yeah, I missed this one too. There's a lot in this back half that I missed. So
Did
and
you-
I actually, yes, you can run with this one too because I still have yet to see this match.
You have yet to see it.
I know it was long and I know it was great, but yeah, I didn't see it.
So they give this an A. Dave Meltzer, I think, didn't quite give it 5 stars, right? I think Dave Meltzer gave this 4 3/4 star. So he didn't even give this 5 star. Man, I'm okay. God, I kind of wish you did watch it because I'm a lot harder on this. I did not like this match very much at all. I think mainly I didn't like it because they chose to go so long, and I don't know why they wouldn't have just made it a tight 20 minutes. You know, I should go pull up Wikipedia. It doesn't say the match on here. This match went at least 45, right? Like I had to have been. It had to have been that long. I felt like they dragged this match out just so they could literally do every spot that they've done in every single hardcore match ever. Now, I know up until this point, a lot of them look like that's what they're doing. But in this match, I felt that they wanted to do this long because they wanted to do every spot you've ever seen. They even did this pointless syringe scene where he gets a syringe that was filled with some kind of fluid. He sticks it through Hangman's cheek and squirts it out the other end, which our friend over at Apron Bump, Kyle, he made a good point. He hated that spot. And he was like, if you're going to do the syringe thing, why don't you just, put like saline solution in it or whatever and have him inject it and then have Paige act drunk afterwards. Like MJF injected him with something. And then that leads to the finish where he can't get up. He's like, that would have been creative and something different to do. I don't know if they want to show someone getting injected with syringe on any kind of show, whether it's pay-per-view or television, like you're drugging someone. But I mean, if you're going to do the syringe thing, but instead they just shoved it through his cheek and then MJF squirted it out. So it just squirted out his cheek. And that's it. And then Paige stood there and didn't just pull it out, stood there for effect and did a couple spots with it in his mouth. And I'm like, why? Like, well, I know wrestling's silly. I know the fact that they whip each other to the ropes is silly, right? Because if I'm fighting one of you guys in a real fight and I go to throw you against the rope and I'm like, go with it. You're going to be like, no, we're in a real fight. I'm not going to run to the ropes, Jess. I'm not going to let you throw me to the ropes. That doesn't make any sense. I get that. So we suspend
you were right.
disbelief.
It was 46 minutes.
Yeah, it's way too long. This match should have been 25 minutes tops. And they should have done just a lot of things, told their little story. The stipulation that it was if Adam Page loses, he can never challenge for the AEW championship again. Why? I don't know why. I just did not like this match. And the longer it went on, I'm like, this is fucking boring. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know they did the craziest shit you could imagine in this, but it was all the normal spots. Tombstone on the table from the apron, you got it. The Hangman pile driver, where he hangs them over backwards and does it on the table, you got it. On glass, you got it. Syringe, you got it. It was everything. It was everything we've ever seen before in every Texas Death Match that they do. There was nothing new. They didn't try to be creative with it. They're like, we're just going to go 40-something minutes. And that's not creative enough for me. I did not like this match. I really didn't. And I don't know why they did it. I just truly don't, man. Like, I don't get it. And why have Hangman Page lose? Because you're going to try to do some hope story, right? I guess, where we're going to hope that he gets a title shot or something. I don't know what they could possibly do. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll never get a shot again. I don't know why you would ever.
Blew that in the.
Go ahead, say it again.
Tony Khan kind of blew in the. Tony Khan in the post media scrum kind of, I don't know if gave it away, but he said like the stipulation was an oral contract. It was an oral promise from Hangman. So I don't know whether that's like a way out, but Tony Khan was like, yeah, he just said that he would. He didn't sign it.
That maybe Hangman can turn heel and just go against it, I guess. Like if he turns heel, just, I don't care.
Yeah, he goes, takesy backsies. I want to fight you, MJF, for the title next week.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe I'm being hard on it. I did not like this match, and I love a good Texas Death. Dave and I saw Full Gear. We were Full Gear 2023 in the forum, and we saw Swerve against Hangman, and goddamn, that was just the damnedest match I'd ever seen. Here, I just kind of felt I don't know. I just felt like you guys are just making it long to do every Texas Death spot you've ever seen leading up to this, and I just didn't dig it. I'm sorry. Oh, and they did the light bulbs, the fucking halogen light bulbs or whatever, like the classroom light bulbs. And I mean, they just like literally MJF bent over for him. Like I know it's pro wrestling. Again, I know there's some spots where they're just going to stand there and wait for their opponent, but there's just times where I was like, man, like, what are you doing? And he fucking did the skewers in the head. Oh, we can't forget that because Moxley does that. So let's do the skewers in the head. MJF's running around.
Oh, Daniel Bryan said something like, oh, he just got his hair done, like referring to his going to Turkey and getting hair implants after the skewers went in. Apparently,
MJF, yeah.
said that. Yeah, he's like, he just got his hair done.
I will say there was a cool spot when he did the skewers. MJF was like, the camera was so focused on him to show that they're in his head, right? And then you didn't see Adam Page setting up for the buckshot lariat, and he hit him. And I will say it was kind of cool to see them all explode off his head as he took the buckshot lariat. But I mean, to me, I'm just like, I just felt like they hit, and then the light bulbs were just silly talk. Like, it was all silly talk. And then they did this spot, like, off where they belly to bellied each other off the stage onto this fucking picnic table that happened to have the lights on it. And they fell, and there was, like, fake sparks and shit like that. And I hated it. Like,
and how much were they in the dog collar stuff with the chains?
And they
like
did. Yeah,
time?
They just, no, it wasn't even that long. At the end, he brings out the dog collar. And then he puts that on there. And then MJF's like, oh, which was obviously a callback to CM Punk, which is crazy they would even do that. Yeah. But that's part of MJF's legacy. I think that's what they were trying to tell, is that Adam was trying to do everything to MJF that's been done to him throughout his career. And then they got that on. And then, of course, they ended it the same way, because I believe that they either had dog collars or a chain in the Swerve match a couple years ago, where somebody hangs someone over the top rope with it and they pass out and they lose. And that's what happened. And it's like, okay, like, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it was the end of a long night, and I was like, dude, like, I just remember like 20 minutes in, I was like, all right, let's wrap this shit up, man. Like, we got it. We got the point. And I don't know. I love MJF. And Craig, you've turned me on to Adam Page. I think he's a great. Like, he really works his ass off, and like he's got a lot of emotion. And if there's one thing that he could do is he could chase really well, and you get behind him and people believe in him and get behind him. I just hated it. I don't know why. Like, I just did not like this match at all. I felt like they were trying to show me stuff. Like, look, we're going to do all this. You cool? You get it? Because we've done this before. Like, and I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I kind of I was hoping for something different after a great card, like up until it. But some people loved this match.
You're entitled. Shit.
Yeah, so I'm probably in the minority. A lot of people loved this match, and that's awesome. And I just didn't like it. I don't want to ruin you when you actually go and watch it, but it's long, man. It's really fucking long.
I mean, the thing about social media and Twitter is like it's like it shows you the highlights like as it's happening. So I saw like the ending. I thought the shot where his head hit the camera and the blood spot that they left.
That was cool.
The blood smudge on the camera, and they left that as the.
There was good production shots.
Kept on cleaning it.
There was good. They did this spot where they were fighting on the
match. Where it didn't make sense.
Yeah, they were fighting on the apron, and then they had the way the camera was. The table had a board on it with barbed wire, and the way the camera shot through the barbed wire as they were fighting on the apron and did the spots, and then they both eventually went in. That was really cool. There was really good production shots. I'm not going to say there wasn't. I'm not acting like this whole match didn't work in the sense of it just wasn't. It didn't hit me the right way. It wasn't my flavor at the time. I wanted strawberry ice cream, and somene's like, "Here's vanilla," and I'm like, "I don't want vanilla. I want strawberry right now." Yeah. And that just that's all
in general, like AEW went from a lot of their pay-per-views, no packages at all. They're really getting good with building the video packages, and they use them a lot. And it was long anyway. It was 5 hours, and the matches weren't really cut, but the packages are great too. So,
and they're speaking to an audience. They just today, was it today or a couple days ago? They started selling for All In London.
Why are you invested? Yeah, like 30,000 or something.
Yeah, they've already they set the venue up for 30-something thousand. They've already hit almost 20. Yeah. So and there's like 160 something days for the show. So they're probably going to beat their 50,000 that I don't think they're going to do year one. But the second year they were there, they did 50. So I think they'll do 50 again. I think it'll look great. So I'm glad. I'm really glad. Like I do like AEW. This match, I don't know what it was about this match, but the card was really fun. I really, really enjoyed the card, you know. But yeah, Dave, was something disgusting happening on SmackDown?
Yeah. Okay. I
can't. Said gabled?
No, I didn't.
Somebody Chad gabled again.
You almost wish you got gabled. This is the Irresistible Force versus the Bellas right now, And I am losing my fucking shit, and I'm trying to be not like lose my shit while you guys are wrapping up.
Wait, so
AEW.
Is it because the Bellas are just taking liberties on them and like throwing them around, or like 50-50, or
Yeah, it's a fucking 50-50 match, Jess. It's a 50-50 fucking
the
match.
Bellas are gonna win? I almost want to stay recording and just watch you crumble when the
They're
Bellas win.
gonna win at WrestleMania. They're gonna have a triple threat match, and they're gonna fucking win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm
that's
saying-
what's gonna
Breeze
fucking
just-
happen here.
Breeze just
Like,
snapped
that's what
suplexing Nia.
Jesus Christ, this should be a fucking total squash. I mean, they're botching everywhere. They can't act for anything. They are so fucking terrible. They are awful.
They are. They
fuck 'em.
just truly are.
Go commentate. Go do the fucking pre-show, Craig. Get off my
I'm not
fucking
going to
set.
affect my relationship with Daniel Bryan by participating in this besmirching of.
They are literally yelling yes in the background because that's the joke. Like, we're not rooting for you, rooting for your husband who's not even
I'm not going
here.
to. Nope.
Like, that's
I'm
the
not gonna
joke.
upset Bryan.
We
Daniel.
can I tell you guys that one of my favorite moments in any podcast episode we've done is we did the Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers, and at the end I'll be like, here's some honorable mentions, or what about this person? And I said the Bellas, and all of you, like, you guys got angry towards me. Like, you guys were like, why? I think Cuz was like, why? Like, super loud, and I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I'm just suggesting the Bellas.
They're awful. They're
And
awful.
Dave, you were upset.
That's on
Craig
you.
They're the worst.
Craig had a pencil in his hand and he broke it like out of anger, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Snap.
everybody chill, everybody relax. I'm sorry, I just said their name. So
They're
yeah,
it's all bad. It's so bad. If this warrants a WrestleMania match at all, and people are paying over $200 a
Dave,
night
they're
for this
gonna
for fucking nosebleeds,
they're gonna main event night one. They are the Bellas.
they're gonna win the world title.
They're gonna
Bellas are
Bella's
winning
just
the
signed
fucking
for another
title.
2 years, by the way. That was announced today. So they're going to be
What?
around for a while.
Yeah,
the
they
Bellas
signed it.
got announced for a 2-year contract.
Fuck. Ugh.
So get used to them.
Way to ruin SmackDown, everybody. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's fucking great. Jesus Christ, it's all bad. And dude, they're reversing Nia like out into the fucking outside through the ropes out into the ring. Like, it's like, fuck you. Like, that's never gonna happen. Like,
They're strong.
I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm not trying to make you more mad. I'm just saying they have twin magic, and I don't know why
They
you
sure.
don't understand that. They have twin magic. Thank you.
Yeah.
nobody
awesome.
should even be touching the irresistible force right now. They should be dominating everyone for a long fucking time.
I'm
It's
sorry.
so-
Have you never been in Brie mode? Because obviously.
All right, well, that's everything, I guess, for the week. I don't think I missed anything. Before Dave's gonna crash out. I really do want to keep recording and watch him
Yeah.
have.
Oh
watch
no,
him.
you did miss something. You missed something huge. You missed Monday
that,
Night Raw. Brock v. O.W.P. was
yeah.
fucking massive.
Yes. Okay.
that's
I'm so
great.
thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, we do. That was probably the best thing they've done in a long time. Like, that was really
It's
cool.
lovely.
Oh,
By the way,
coming
do
down,
you know how
doing his little march.
you know how old Hogan was when Brock power slammed him into the ground?
Jack.
Hogan was 48. Jack. You know how old Brock
saw
was
that
when he
tweet.
got power slammed by Oba?
48.
48 years old.
Brother.
Jack.
Crazy.
Brother.
Yeah, I'm sensing some
Oh,
parallels.
I
brother.
beat Oba, brother. I was twice.
I discovered Oba, brother. And
I love
Kenya,
that little
brother.
that little moment of Brock kind of coaching him and telling him, put your foot on me, and Brock letting him throw him around like he does. It's obvious Brock's going to make this guy and has pleasure doing it in kind of his final year.
It's about time he puts somebody over.
So
it's
awesome.
It's so fucking. I'm so ready for it. I said this maybe months ago, definitely a few weeks ago. Like, I'm done with Brock. I've kind of had it. It's time. And that's the perfect person for Brock to be putting over. Oba is,
But I feel like Oba has great character. Like, he has great
man,
personality. I love that
Right.
strut, this massive monster, like, just strutting down to the ring. Like, even
the
when he
wonderful
came
strut,
down,
the character,
like, but it's
the work in the ring
intimidating.
is great.
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
You're like, this big monster is just strutting down before he murders me. Like, fuck. Like, it's like a nightmare. Like, watching him fucking come down like in the smoke and shit. And you're like, this guy's he's smiling before he absolutely throws me up in the heaven.
Oba walks out into the ring like he broke the toilet every time. That's
Yeah.
how he walks out. I swear.
So awesome.
Someone
Like,
said
yeah.
like, why? Well, how did Oba get so over and then like Apollo Crews just failed miserably? And you just the aura of Oba. My
I mean,
God,
I don't
it
know
just
if that's a
translate. Everyone loves that.
But it's not
guy.
even that. That's
He's
not a
just
fair
over.
comparison. He's big.
No, I know.
So he's
I
big,
know.
which helps a lot, but he's fucking super agile and he's a great wrestler. And I'm not saying Cruz was not. I'm just saying Cruz was smaller. Like, and yeah,
I think it was more about they both had Nigerian gimmicks. Like
it's like it's the graduation that Brock did. Paul Heyman was a big reason as to why there was personality on Brock. But then Brock also is pretty funny on his own. Like, he knows how to kind of seize moments now. It took a while, but he learned like on his own how to do it. Right. But I think Oba is like this progression. The Vince Giants were just like, you don't need to do anything. You need to do 3 moves and just stand there tall up against your opponent. And that's all Vince wanted his Giants to do. But then you have Oba. Like, people like Bundy and stuff, Vince is like, blah, blah, you're a little agile. I don't give a shit. Anyway, just stand and look fat. And that's all Vince wanted. Like, that's all I need. But when you get Oba now, he's like this next generation guy. He's a monster, but he's got character, the little bounce. Like, all Vince's heels were just like, you just walk to the ring stoic and you're big, and let Monsoon just say how big you are, and you're a mountain with legs, and you're a walking condominium, and whatever, like whatever they would do. But now it's like you have someone like Oba who's like, oh my, like this guy is right. But he's not like all legs like El Gigante was, or you know what I mean? Like, even Sid had kind of really long legs. Sid was probably the most proportionate big guy I've ever seen, like where everything made sense. Nash had all legs, but you have Oba who's just proportionate. This guy is tall, he's mean, but like everything is in proportion. So his arms are gigantic, his chest is huge, his legs are long. Like, he's just a monster. He's impressive. But I like the way
they're saying he outweighs
charisma.
Brock by like 20 pounds, by the way.
Yeah, instant X factor too. Like, and to his credit, he's been
loves him.
Rooting for Oba since his NXT, like since the very, very beginning. He's been his guy, and to see him just translate so quickly, just his aura, man. Some people have it. Some people just have. Yeah,
he just gets it, and he's never at a loss for words. Like, he knows when to kind of not try to steal the show, and then he knows when to steal the show. And it's kind of awesome, like that he knows that. That's something that you don't teach. It's something that you nurture, and he's got it. So there's so many great things in store for him.
Small side note to SmackDown: Ilya and Carmelo Hayes had a fucking banger.
I bet they do. They always do.
Yeah, Carmelo's great.
Fucking great match. Yeah, they're fucking. Talk about a dude who's over, but I mean, I feel like he's over once he's in there, but people forget about him as Carmelo Hayes. Like, that dude's incredible.
I saw Orton tonight. It's fine. Like, he did a promo. He was fine. It was a good promo where he was just talking about, like, I don't want to be known as going out as, high-fiving all these babies and kids or whatever. He's like, I get it. He's like, because every time I did that, he's like, I would smile, but he's like, the smile was the most uncomfortable thing on my face ever. He's like, I want to be known. Yeah, I want to be known for winning championships, and that's how I want to end my legacy, with how many belts that I win. How many times was I the world champion? So he's like, and he kind of quoted his song. He's like, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They counsel me. They understand. And he's like, they're telling me that I need to destroy Cody. He's like, they're telling me that I need to win another title. They're telling me. And he's like, guess what? I'm going to listen to them. And so he leaves, and then they do a backstage thing, and Cardona comes up to him. He's like, what are you doing, man? I've known you for a long time. So is Cody. Like, he's like your brother or whatever. And Orton didn't do like this stoic heel. He was like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, Orton was just arguing back to them or whatever. And he's like, dude, get away from me. And then he just forearms the shit out of him, starts beating the shit out of him on the ground. And he's all, stay out of it. He's like, you don't get it, indie boy. You'll never get it. It was awesome. I was like, oh,
indie boy.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. He's before he punches too, he's like, don't you have action figures you need to be hawking or playing with or something? He's like, what are you in my face for?
That's fucking great. Yeah. That's lovely.
And you know what? I appreciate the attempt. You can split Cody's head to the white meat. You can come out the next day and say, I hate all of you and always hated all of you. It's still going to be 50-50 in Vegas.
No,
They're
Craig,
still going to cheer the shit out of Orton.
Craig, massive pop tonight that Orton got when he walked out. And then when he mentioned Cody's name, they were booing him. They were booing Cody. They're going to boo Cody.
I would argue that Cody. Yeah. I argue Cody might get booed at WrestleMania. Yeah,
Orton is over, and everybody likes it. And I think it's more dangerous that he's not the regular heel, because of the fact that, like, we love that. We love that Stone Cold was a heel, but he would talk normal. Like, he would just be like, well, I don't like him. I think he's a piece of crap, so I punched him. And that's so relatable. And we were just like, oh, we love you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I just think they're trying to turn Orton heel with the Stone Cold-esque kind of thing. And I was like, that's not a heel, right? Stone Cold was never a heel. Like, he was a face.
As soon as Cody drops the title, they'll cheer him right after. Like, they'll cheer him as a regular dude. They just want Orton to have the title. That's what people want right now. Like,
I think they should just put it on him. I hope they put it on him. If they make a fucking mistake. But I've also heard the criticism too, because like last year at this time, they're like, the same thing happened at Elimination Chamber. a legend won, and then turned on Cody. And then now here we go into WrestleMania. They did the same thing with John Cena and Cody last year. They're like, why, God?
He's wearing the same bloody shirt, or they put blood on the shirt. That says
I don't know. I couldn't
like
tell. I couldn't tell if they
shirt.
put blood on that shirt now or it's the same shirt. He grabbed the chair that he's sitting on is the same chair that he hit Cody with. It's all beat up and dented or whatever.
So, okay, I just came up with this in my head. I'm a genius. This is going to come true. I'm just going to book and spoil WrestleMania.
Book it, Dano.
That Randy Orton's pregnant
on the phone, right? And Randy Orton's pregnant, and Randy Orton was talking to everyone, saying like, "Oh my, it's The Rock going to come back with Randy Orton. He's going to put in the phone call." The only way you could get Cody cheered if The Rock comes back, turns on Orton before WrestleMania, and then Rock and Cody are like together in this somehow. There you go. Boom, book it.
Boom, book it, Dano.
That
would be, but
that may not. I think The Rock, because he was on the phone with someone. Everyone's like, "Who is he on the phone with?" or whatever. Who is it?
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's got to be The Rock, right? It has to be." Like I think The Rock will just shock us at WrestleMania and come back. We won't hear anything about him, and then we'll see him come back on there. And then he's just going to be like, "John Cena failed me last year, but this guy's not going to fail me. Like he's Orton. He's a Viper. He will kill like anybody." And you could always turn Orton backface, by the way, because he is a Viper, so he can RKO The Rock at any point, like he wants to. So like Orton is so safe, like he's fluid. He could just be a heel, and then when he wants to, fuck it, I'm gonna be a face, RKO. And then you're like, yeah, just like Austin. It was like, what do I want to be today? Oh, I want to be a face, stuns a heel. Like, and then you're like, this guy is awesome. Like, so yeah, Orton is safe. Like Orton can do no wrong.
One thing
dare I say this is better. This is the better play against Cody. They tried it with Cena. I don't think Cena ever wanted to be a heel. It's so now that I look back and I'm comparing, I was like, you have someone like Orton who really is a heel and has been the whole time. You know, the face Orton is fine. We all love him, but really, like, we're just like he wants to punt someone's face off. Like that's what he always does. It's been the best Viper. It's been the best Legend Killer. There was never any old heel except for the early rapper Cena that we could ever reference that was a heel. You know. But True. Orton is mean. I believe that Orton is a mean guy, and like he would hurt you. Cena, I'm like, you're not mean. You're fucking nice. Like you're really a nice guy. Like, so stop it, Cena. You're not mean. But yeah, Orton is the guy that I'll believe that like can like do whatever he wants and like I'm gonna hurt you and you shouldn't have trusted me, by the way. Why the fuck would you trust me? Look at my track record. I'm fucking Randy Orton. Like I will hurt you. Like I will kill you. I will punch you. I will RKO you. Why would you ever trust me? Like, and he's so right. Like I'm like, why would you ever trust that man?
One quick side note on SmackDown before we leave the pod. The U.S. Women's Champ was out there with who was the girl that was in the chamber that did really well? Can't remember her name. But they were talking to each other, talking smack. And and Chelsea Green came out in her wheelchair and started like giving him stuff and they walked away. She's like, "Oh, don't you dare walk away!" And then Nia Jax just grabs her wheelchair and throws her into the wall. Just fucking walks away.
Chelsea Green's the best.
I know it's fantastic. Right before the Bella match that happened, by the way.
So who won the Bellas and the Irresistible Force?
Oh, the Irresistible Force won the match, and they ended up taking everybody out at the end. Because Charlotte, what happened was the Bellas were all over them, 100% on the Irresistible Force from the beginning of the match. They took their knees out, which looked stupid as fuck. And then they tried to do like a little face breaker with their knee, and they totally missed. It was shitty.
Everything's fine.
And then Charlotte and Alexa come out, and that's when they needed that to get the upper hand. The Irresistible Force needed that distraction. Fearless. I'm like, you've got this fucking backwards, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, I have to get back to it, but yeah, it was all wrong. Everything was wrong about that match. Everything was so bad. Botch City, bad acting.
But you can't.
Hearing yes in the crowd when they're not.
Yes,
like,
my husband.
I guess I'm returning the Fearless tank top I got you for your fucking birthday.
So dumb. And now Cardona's out. Cardona's back out in the finale here, trying to face off with Randy again. Randy's gonna punt him to the fucking.
Yeah, Randy's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I thought you liked the Bellas. That's shit.
Yep.
I thought you liked the Bellas. You get a knock at your door right now for your birthday. Craig's like, you're gonna hate this because I thought you liked the Bellas, and it's all this Bella merchandise that you're opening up live. He's like, I fucked up. I thought you liked the Bellas.
Why'd you give me a lunchbox?
But all right, well, good unscripted this week. Good unscripted.
Yeah. What do you say,
We're
Greg?
on the march to WrestleMania. God, I hope it gets better.
Hell yeah. See you at the matches.
Pod's over.
Stop. You can look, but you can't.